This video has been created to just show the highlights of how to use Desmos and a few pointers. So first off, you're going to want to go to desmos.com and you're going to want to push Start Graphing. So once you go to the site here, first off, I like to go to the settings button over here with the little wrench and change it to projector mode because it darkens everything a little bit so you can see the graph a little bit better. And then if you are playing around with the graph, you can click on it and shift it around so you can see different parts of the graph. If you start zooming out, well, let's just zoom out first. So if you zoom out a lot, let's say you're playing around with it and you just keep zooming out until you have 1 times 10 to the 7th power. Now, if you're trying to graph something, let's say you're doing an equation y equals x plus 5. Right now, the graph looks like it goes through the origin because you're zoomed out so much that you can't even tell that this is not on the origin. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on the home button here, and it's going to recenter everything back around 0, 0 with the axes at 10, 6, and -10. And now that we're not zoomed out really, really far, you can tell that the line is not going through 0, 0. It's going through 5. So that's the first pointer. Now to delete an equation, you just push this X and then it's gone. And then if you push home, it recenters everything. Now, if you want to create a fraction like y equals 1/3 X, you can click on the keyboard button here and you can put 1 divided by 3. Now, if you just put an X now, you'll notice this is not a straight line. It's because the X is in the denominator and you don't want the X in the denominator. So I'm going to delete the X and then you're going to use your arrow keys to move the cursor to the right side of the fraction. So there's a difference between the cursor being in the numerator or the denominator and it being to the right of the fraction. So now if I type an X, I'm going to get a straight line that goes through the origin. Now, if you want to leave this line here and add another line, you would click on the part below for the second equation. So let's say we want to graph y equals negative x. And then if you want to do an exponent, you can push this button down here, a to the power 2. So this would be negative x squared. And if you want to not see the graph of the first equation, you'll click on this blue part here and it will go away. And if I want to show it again, so therefore you don't have to delete your equation. So you push X, this would be deleted. But if you just wanted to hide the line, you would click here. And then if we want a third equation, let's say we want to do y equals 7x. Okay, there's a third equation. If I don't want to see this one anymore, I can click off of it and hide it. So, please explore the Desmos program and figure out the answers to the worksheet you're going to be working on. But hopefully these pointers will help you be more successful.